Welcome back, folks. Sport Federation TV. We keep talking about our sport federations and, of course, what's happening in the world of sport. And, well, many of you might not know, but behind the scenes, the sports codes remain active. A lot of events are in play. In fact, there are events all around the country. Just no spectators allowed. And of course, in the Western Cape, our sport federations remain extremely active. In fact, our sport federations are bringing some of the rest of the country down to the Western Cape to come and compete. Michelle Moreira, and I hope I've said that correctly, is the team manager, judge, and athlete at Western Cape Equestrian in the showing code. Michelle, fantastic to have you join us. How are things there with you?
Thanks, JP. Well, it's a rainy day in Cape Town, quite cold and miserable, but I'm quite comfortable at home. So all is going well in preparation for the show.
Right, so before we talk about the show, just give us a rundown here. I mean, if we look at your title, Western Cape Showing, team manager, judge, athlete, you're involved at every level. Let's start at the beginning. How did you get started?
Well, JP, I'm definitely jack of all trades at this point in time. So my love for horses and my passion for horses started when I was 7 years old. So I've been riding since I was a child. And through the years, I've competed in both showing as well as dressage. After school, I wanted to pursue a career in horse riding. So I became an equestrian coach and as well as a rider myself. And I also pursued a judging career. So I'm currently a national showing judge as well as a candidate national dressage judge.
Is that something that one can do, is pursue a career in horse riding? I mean, I think a lot of people think about careers in horse riding, you've got to be a jockey. But clearly in the equestrian sports, it's an enormous industry.
JP, it definitely takes a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of sweat, tears, and passion.
Yeah.
It definitely isn't a job for the faint-hearted because it requires very long hours, and sometimes because you're outdoors all the time, severe and tremendous like weather conditions.
Yeah.
But it definitely is my passion. And when I left school, I started traveling to Germany for training, and I advanced my skills as a trainer as well as a rider. And with COVID, I've not been able to go back to Germany, but hopefully next year when traveling resumes, I can then pursue that again, because I feel you have to keep learning. You never stop learning, especially in sports. Skills and techniques change all the time. They get more modern. So you have to keep updated with the present.
Well, that was going to be my next question, is what do we learn, can we learn from international structures? When we looked at the Olympics now, obviously we saw a lot of the other countries participating and dominating in the Olympics. I'm assuming then if we go overseas, we get some knowledge, we come back, clearly they've got skills there.
Definitely, JP. It is also where you go. Germany, as far as riding go, I feel is probably the head country in the world as far as riding is concerned, and skills and development. And I feel that we in South Africa are quite far away from the international scene. So I feel that it is often very difficult for us as South Africans with our currency and a lot of other factors such as African horse sickness to be able to travel, particularly with our horses. But it is much more affordable as you go as a trainer or a rider and just get some knowledge over there. I've also been very fortunate with a lot of people in my life to be put in the right direction with a lot of contacts to really meet some top riders worldwide and judges, and also, learn from them.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we saw the Olympics, we saw these incredible animals really synchronized to fantastic choreographed music. Is that what we're expecting here on the 22nd to the 27th of September?
JP, no. So SA Showing Championships is a showing competition. So it's basically a beauty pageant for horses, where horses have to be immaculately turned out and presented to the top of their performance or their capabilities. And it's about showmanship. So it's different. but it is still a big aspect of horsemanship that is involved.
So are the horses all groomed, and the athletes also all groomed? I mean, you're a judge. Tell us, how do you judge the showing competition? I mean, we see it on TV and we see the horses walking out, and there's, all sorts of paraphernalia on it. How does it work?
So there's different categories, and each ride, or shall I say each horse, qualifies for a certain category. So your show hack class is basically the model of horses, where it's the elegant supermodels. And your show hunter is more your bodybuilder type of horses, your more substantial type.
Right.
And also in the show hunter, a gallop is required in the test. And then so those are the showing classes. And then your show riding is a little bit of a different between a show hack and a show hunter type. Now, your working classes is divided. You get the working hunter, which is an obstacle course where the horse has to jump fences and then perform a gallop at the end. And your working riding is where it's an obstacle course where the horse has to challenge a few obstacles, and the best horse wins.
So this 22nd and 27th, it's the National Showing Championships. You had a title for it before we started.
Yes, so this event is sponsored by Drillco, and we are very grateful for their generosity towards our sport, because riding very often is poorly sponsored. Like with Europe Europe, the USA, they have big sponsorships, and this keeps our sport running. Where unfortunately in South Africa, we have to really try and find sponsors, and it's often very difficult.
So on the 22nd, 27th, just tell us, it's obviously in the Western Cape. You've got athletes coming in from all around the country. Where will the event be held? Just tell us a little bit more about the event itself, and who do you expect to be participating?
Well, the entries closed last night. So firstly, it will be held at Mystico Equestrian Centre in Paarl, and riders from all over the country will be traveling to this event. Last night, the entries closed, and we received 352 entries, of which 64 riders and 87 horses have been entered for the show. So we will be hosting riders from all over the country. We will be hosting the individual showing championships of South Africa, as well as the SA team showing competition of South Africa.
So it's at Mystico, of course, in the Paarl, Wellington area. Popular destination for equestrian. Obviously, we know that there's not too many equestrian facilities in the country that can handle this level of event. Of course, a lot of in the planning and process build up to this, a lot of regulations as well that people have to follow.
Absolutely, JP. Of course, the COVID regulations are still in place. And as you mentioned earlier, unfortunately, no spectators are allowed, which is a pity, because it's always great to have supporters. But a lot of effort has been put into the show. Mystico is a fantastic venue for this event. They've got 2 beautiful indoor arenas. They've got the space. They've got the stabling. So I think this facility is very well equipped to be hosting such an event.
Yeah. Have we got an idea? Will Western Cape take all the medals?
Well, JP, so far...
Will you take all the medals?
We have an incredibly strong team, and we have some fantastic showing horses and riders in the Western Cape. And I must say, over the past 4 years, the Western Cape Showing Committee has made a tremendous effort in growing the sport of showing in South Africa. And we are currently the biggest number as far as members go. And wow. I feel that they deserve a huge applause, because it's often free will, a non-paid position to serve on a committee, and they have really pulled all strings to make showing develop in the Cape. That's
fantastic stuff. I'm sure that'll make your sponsor Drillco very happy to know that You've got such a successful event coming up. Already got TV before you even started the event, and you've got such big participation, so that really is fantastic. Michelle, we're going to leave it at that. You know, congratulations to you and the team, Western Cape Equestrian, Western Cape Showing. You guys are always leading the way. We're so happy to talk to you. We wish you the very best of luck for the SA Champs, or the National Champs then on the 22nd, and we look forward to getting more of these fantastic, glamorous pictures.
Thanks, JP, and thank you for taking the time to advertise this for us.
Absolutely. We'll catch up again soon, Michelle. Thanks.
Thanks, JP.
There we go, folks. Michelle de Villiers Moreira. I hope I got that right. Again, it's the Drilco South African National Championships happening then at Mystico from the 22nd of September to the 27th of September here in the Western Cape. And of course, we know why everybody wants to travel down to the Western Cape to compete. Yeah, absolutely leading in the way of best destinations. Folks, we're going to leave it at that. We'll take a break. We'll catch up with you soon. Don't go away.